Hey everyone, I'm Brandon and this is Phil from Zaid Comics, the artist and writer on the upcoming graphic novel Magic Cop that we're going to be talking about today. That's launching on Indiegogo in August of 2019, and the two best looking brothers in the whole comic book industry. And so yeah, Magic Cop Monday update. You can see these on Twitter and stuff like that too. We do a lot of updates on Mondays to let everybody know how Magic Cop is coming along. You guys get to see progress and all that cool stuff. And so, as of right now, we have 4 colored pages, right? So far?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're completed. I'm doing the 5th page right now. It's taken me a little bit longer because there's some new characters on here that we haven't seen before. I mean, maybe we've seen them before. They have not been in this comic book yet, so it's going to be a little bit more intricate and a lot more detail on this page. So it's taking me a little bit longer, but it'll be done today, and we'll send it off to Eugene tonight or tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And
what? Get that color? No,
that's awesome. It's going to look awesome.
Progress is going well.
For me, this is number 5, and so for me, it's like every time it's like, oh man, we have what, 80, 90 pages that we need to do. But at this point, it's like, I'm on page 5. The next page is page 6, which is half of the first chapter is going to be done.
Yeah.
And so it just moves along really, really weird and really, really fast. It's kind of like a weird undertaking where the voyage seems really long, but then every time you crank another page out, it's like, oh, I'm that much closer, and
that's really cool. And then I'm gonna start. I might do some streams, lettering some of the pages, and then have maybe some friends come in and talk while I do that.
With gag dialogue, so nobody knows what's going on.
Right. But I do want to show off some pages or some arts. We show that Helly that you posted from this 5th page. That was probably the first panel you finished because it's a female.
That's not actually the first one I finished. I did this page I drew really weird. So I did the last panel first because it was probably the most simple one for me. It just didn't involve too much, and I liked the action in that panel of Cap. And he's like slamming the paper down on the table. I thought that was pretty cool.
They're not going to see that.
Right.
We're going to show off Helly. So Helly Nighshade is our female detective in the night squad that Magic Cop is working in. It's like their special division, kind of like the Vice or DEA. But she goes undercover as a prostitute on the night shift to get information and stuff like that.
Just giving away the whole hook.
Well, that's her role. So you have that in like 80s television. The females do that. Right. And so here she's like a sassy, kind of really flirtatious person on the squad. And this is the first time we see her in the graphic novel in her police role. And she's kind of like checking Magic Cop out as he's walking past her.
She was not even in Karaoke Express.
Right.
So this is the first time we'll really see her.
Yeah. She's on the previous page, on page 4, but she's undercover kind of. And so, she was talking about her character. She was like, we need a character like this. And we came up with, a witch would be perfect in this instance. And you even put the little kind of Easter egg in the back of the panel where her witch hat is on the table.
Right,
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, because in the video game that we would have made, she had her witch hat on her arm like it was a shield or like a battering ram. And
then a small broom.
Right, the
like
broom
the
baton.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's a supporting character throughout this graphic novel. She helps out a lot. She does spells. And I specifically gave a note to our colorist Eugene that I wanted her magic smoke to look like colored like the Wicked Witch of the West magic from Wizard of Oz, that really red-orange color.
Yeah.
And we just got the page back, page 4, that she uses it, and it looks awesome. It looks directly from Wizard of Oz.
It's like cool. That red, totally black out smoke, like you can't see through it at all. Like every bit of it is just opaque. It's so cool.
Yeah, so we'll probably show that in the next few weeks, but I'm super excited to everyone to see Helly and to start lettering her because she has a pretty cool personality, I think. And anything else you want to talk about with Helly?
No, I think that she's
Fun
going to
drawer.
be, yeah, I love drawing women.
Yeah. The,
So
the cool
it's going
thing
to be
I
a
really
lot of
liked
fun.
that I didn't write in the script at all is because I assume you wanted to give her a badge and you gave her around her neck. I really liked that. That was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
then
you
was,
had commented to me, she's wearing that walking around in the police
yeah.
station. And I was like, yeah. And then you're like, all right. And so then I was like, oh, she should probably have a badge because Magic Cop has his badge down
Mhm.
here, and people like Cap has his badge on his hat and stuff. So, it's it's different for different people.
It's
And
pretty cool. It
it's
draws the
cool.
eye.
Yeah, I
So
guess that's not the intention.
yeah.
What it was, the intention was actually to cover up some of the breast area, but
I want to show off this other panel, which is actually colored. It's from, I think, page 3, the panel where Goofy's walking and shooting the finger
the
gun to
finger
someone.
guns.
I wanted to show off the colors because Eugene's just killing it on the 80s colors, hitting that like nightclub, nightlife vibe with this scene here. And we put in the foreground on the table, you see some drug paraphernalia.
Right.
You have like this, I wrote in the script like a Gandalf pipe.
Yeah, the giant pipe.
And some what we're calling pixie dust, bags of pixie dust on there, which is like a magical version of cocaine. Their drug. Maybe it's drugs cut with some magic and gets you even more hopped up. And we have in the story lore, drugs that are cut with magic are called chem. So that is the first letter of the anagram knight for the police department. It's chem. So they'll refer throughout the story of those specific magic drugs as that. And he really hit the colors on the sparkly golden pixie dust there.
Yeah,
Really cool.
I wasn't a fan of that panel when it was just inked, but it looks really, really good colored. I was really happy with that.
Having the collaboration with the art and colors just makes everything vibrant and really come to life in the 80s feel we're trying to hit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of stuff where like Phil will comment to me about, how come you didn't draw this in the background? And to me, I think if I drew that,
Talking about like magic,
yeah, magic or
and
something
lighting.
like that, or like lighting, right? So like if you're putting the lighting somewhere, you'd have to really convey to the colorist that, all right, this is the way that it needs to be shaped, but I don't want the outlines, because the outlines, they take away from it kind of being a magical aura or like fire or whatever, right? And that's that hard line. So I usually draw them really light, and then hopefully Eugene has an easier time dealing with that.
There was an artist friend of mine on Twitter who's the artist of Shinobi Sasquatch, Rob Willis. He actually posted that question to his Twitter followers. He's like, what do you guys prefer in a comic, specifically dealing with fire?
Yeah.
Hard outlines or soft, and let the colorist go with it?
Like, so I feel like we should, in order to illustrate this point, Phil showed me.
It's gonna be hard to find.
Well, you better find it because Phil showed me this. What's his name? Swamp Thing.
Swamp
Thing. Swamp Thing. The pencils.
Yeah.
Right, and then, or was it the inks? And then the colors.
Yeah.
And it looked awesome here because the guy's a phenomenal artist, and then they took it and did the colors.
Yeah, so as Jason Fabok was drawing Swamp Thing for a one-shot, it was for an annual. It was like the Swamp Thing Winter Annual. Tom King wrote it, and he posted up because he wanted to give the color credit because it totally changed the page of what it was.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's here, and I was able to find it. So yeah, but that was awesome. Just
if not, look it up.
Yeah, but
research.
I should be able to find it. But that's a great example of how colors can change the art.
It's totally
and that's
insane.
why when I replied to Rob Willis, I'm like, it's tricky because those outlining fire can make it pop more. But if you have a colorist that knows what he's doing, you don't even need that.
Right.
But,
yeah, and it's the same. Like, how do you illustrate that to your colorist. Like when
Right.
you're the artist and colorist, yeah, you can do it because you
Mhm.
know what you're going to do.
Right.
But as the colorist, but Eugene's doing a really, really amazing
Yeah,
job,
that's
kind
awesome.
of, and he's really only talking to Phil. So he's capturing what the Magic Eye world looks like
Mhm.
very well.
Yeah, and then in other news, I'm working on some other scripts for a future project for my Lost Pages. My artist on the 4-page wild card story, Maxie Dallow. He is the artist on Jack Irons' Steel Cowboy. He's starting another 4-page story with me this week, so that's going to be awesome to see. And other than that, we're just rolling on Magic Up. I'm going to start getting lettering done for the first few pages, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's going awesomely, very swimmingly, as they say. So if you guys enjoy this video and all of our updates on our projects, click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment, let us know what you guys think of this art and the colors that we're dealing with, and follow us on our social medias under in the bottom. Get some extra sneak peeks there, and we're going to be coming out with some fresh videos this week. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
See you next time.